Well, you may have seen it. Our next guest has become a viral sensation after her very real rant went viral on Facebook. She is Nurse Emily Annette, and she joins us now with a little update on her life since she made that video. Welcome.
She's one of the only
Thanks.
positive things during this COVID situation that's not COVID positive. It's great having you, Emily. How are you?
For real. Not COVID positive, thank
Yes,
God.
there we go. That's good. That's good. So let's talk about this. You make a video on Facebook. Tell us what the video is about and how it kind of just exploded for you.
It's been the strangest thing. I never would have thought this would have happened in like 100 million years, but I had a day at work the day before where every 20 minutes it seemed like they were coming in, changing what we were supposed to do and then changing it again because everything was just changing so rapidly.
Yeah.
So I was just worn out. I was grumpy. I'm in line at the grocery store. This poor woman in front of me thinks she's doing everything she's supposed to do, and she's doing it all wrong. And I just was ready to lose my crap. So I got home, had never made a video before, just thump the phone up onto the dash, do this big rant, throw it on Facebook, and don't think another thing about it. And then I got up the next morning and it had thousands of hits, and I was like, I don't know thousands of people. What has happened?
Oh, wow.
This went outside of your sphere of influence. Yes, exactly.
Just a little bit.
I mean, the thing that's so beautiful about it, Emily, is that you tapped into something that so many of us are feeling right now. And that is that other people are just so stupid. And that was kind of the essence of your video.
You can say it nice, you can say it rude. Either way, it is so stinking true.
Well, I do that. I do that a lot. I look around and I see like some real stupidity. I'm like, wow, that person can vote and their vote is worth exactly one of my votes. Oh, man.
Somebody asked me, do you think you'll be able to keep doing the show after the COVID-19 thing's over? And I said, honey, as many stupid people as there are, I can do this till I die.
Oh my gosh.
So
well, we already.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Sean.
No, go ahead.
Okay, well, we already could tell you have an amazing sense of humor. And honestly, it's just your honest personality that has gotten you so many views because people are refreshed by a perspective of like yours. But this morning, we're talking to you in your home in Tennessee. You're a registered nurse. Tell us how this whole COVID thing has been for you.
It's been really odd. I've been a nurse for 24 years, which I always say is like dog years. That means I've been a nurse for like 1,000 years. And you've seen so many things come and so many things go. We always figure them out quickly. We don't lose that many people. You're used to anything that people are freaking out over just being kind of a flash in the pan. And this really hasn't been.
Yeah.
So even for us old war horses that have been around forever, it's blown our mind. It really has. But where I am in such a small town, such a small area, I've not really had to deal with it at all. I think we've had maybe 5 or 6 positive cases total.
Yeah.
So I've really not had to deal with it. But man, the ones that have, the areas that have been really hard hit, that's a whole nother world. I can't even imagine.
It certainly is. Do you have any tips or COVID knowledge that you would like to impart upon people? Because there's a lot of people on Twitter that think they know.
Don't do dumb things.
Don't do dumb things. It's a great start. Yeah.
Yes. And basically, don't jump onto every little flash in the pan thing that shows up because all of them so far have been debunked. Even when you've got 50,000 people swearing, this is the cure, this is what it's going to do.
Yeah.
Within a couple of days, nope, it's not. We're not going to find it one day, establish it the next day. Wait a little while. This is the one time that being an early adopter does not pay off.
Yeah, no question. Because
Right.
ultimately you need to make sure that these, whatever medicine or cure is supposedly there, it needs to be vetted. You need to make sure that this is going to hurt people rather than help people.
Exactly.
And
and so far, a few of those have actually hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the pace at which medicine happens. It's very logical. It's tested.
Methodical.
It's not always super fast. So you know what has been super fast though is your amazing popularity. So you've gone from making this hilarious video on Facebook to now you're gonna have a YouTube series?
Yes. Is that not the craziest thing you have ever heard? This doesn't happen to nurses, y'all. This just does not happen. Famous nurse. Those are as far apart as you can get. It doesn't happen. And I just hit myself with my earphones.
It's okay.
I'm
It's
totally great at this. I'm really good at this. I'm a pro.
So you connected with Nurses House. Tell us how this whole thing happened and the Nurses House organization. Tell us about that.
They're amazing. They've been around since 1924 just to help nurses who are sick and who can't make ends meet.
Yeah.
And up until now, there's been a call for them, but nothing like what there is right now. We've got thousands of nurses who are out of work because they have COVID-19, a lot of them hospitalized. And our insurance is just as stinky as everybody else's.
Yeah.
So they really need the help. So Nurses House set up the helpnurses.org website, and they have raised over $1 million. They're striving for 2 million, and I really hope they make it.
No question.
They're amazing.
That's amazing. So much for joining us. You deserve all that support. Thank you for
Thanks.
your multiple decades of helping other people, caring for other people. We appreciate you, and we wish you the best on your series.
Oh my gosh, thanks so much. I really appreciate you guys having me. This was fun.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure to have you. And if you want to follow her along on YouTube, you can go to youtube.com/nurseemily. You could also help nurses by going to helpnurses.org, a great organization with the Nurses House organization, be able to give back to, frankly, some of the most brave people right now that we know, and those are nurses. So thank you so much to Nurse Emily, and definitely, if you have the money, go to helpnurses.org and make a huge difference in somebody's life.